Welcome back to my channel, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Keita-Marie, where we do all things Pilates here on my channel. We believe that a moving body is a healthy body. So come along and join me here on the mat for some amazing Pilates flow. For today's practice, we're going to begin sitting in this situation here with our knees bent, ankles crossed. However, if this position is not comfortable for you, no problem. You can sit in any position that allows you to, most importantly, have your spine straight. Okay, so figure out what the position works best for you. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders, and let's begin breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. Taking a deep breath in through your nose. Really lengthening the spine. Imagine it growing up towards the ceiling and then breathing out through your mouth. As you start to engage your core, pulling your belly button in towards the spine. Take another deep breath in. Breathing above your diaphragm into your rib cage and breathing out through your mouth, allowing that rib cage to contract inwards towards the spine. Let's repeat this 2 more times, focusing only on the breath and on our posture. Continue as you ensure that your shoulders are stacked directly above your hips and that the spine is nice and long, lifting up to the top of the head towards your ceiling. Last breath now, breathing in through your nose. Make sure to keep that tummy pulled in and breathing out through your mouth. Now we're going to just begin warming up the neck. So we're going to bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. And I want you to keep the head on the right side. And we're going to make like a semicircular, half circle kind of motion. So you're going to roll the head over and down as you bring your chin down to the chest. Then we're going to return back to the right side. Bringing the right ear back to the right shoulder and roll the head all the way back to lift the chin to the ceiling. Let's repeat. So bring that right ear to the right shoulder. Rolling it all the way down, bringing the chin to the chest. Bring that right ear back to the right shoulder. And reaching that head all the way back, to the chin to the ceiling. Bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Drop that chin to the chest. And then lift the head up to repeat on the opposite side. So bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. And keeping the head on that side, you're going to roll all the way down as you drop your chin to your chest. Then you're going to circle your head back to the left side, rolling the head all the way back to lift the chin to the ceiling. Again, rolling the head over to the left side and bringing the chin to the chest. And then rolling all the way over back to the left side and lifting the chin to the ceiling. Bring that left ear towards the left shoulder, drop the chin to the chest, and then lift the head to center to look straight in front of you. We're going to roll the shoulders up to the ears and roll the shoulders back and down as we continue now to warm up that body, moving from the head, working all the way down. 2 more times. Big circular motions with those shoulders. 1 more time, and make sure you're still breathing. Now we're going to extend both arms to the side with the palms facing the mat. Arms are on the level of your shoulders. We're going to imagine that there's a force pulling you along the right side. So we're going to reach your torso over to the right side as far as you can go while you keep your left butt cheek on the mat. And then you're going to pull that torso back up to center. Let's repeat on the left side, reaching the torso over to the left, making sure now that the right butt cheek stays on the mat. And then lift that torso back up to center. Good. We're reaching to the right and pulling the torso up to center. Reaching to the left and pulling up to center. Again, reaching to the right and pulling up to center. Reaching to the left. 1 more set. Reaching to the right. Warming up those side body muscles, those obliques, and to the left and center. Now I want you to lower your left hand to the mat. Bring it just a little bit in front of your hips, and we're going to soften that left elbow towards the body as we lift that right arm up to the ceiling. Let's lengthen from the tailbone, lifting up through all the way to the fingers, and we're going to reach the torso over to the left side. Still keep both butt cheeks cemented to the floor. And then we're going to lift back up and come to center, sliding the shoulders down, keeping that right arm nice and long. Let's repeat. Inhale, lengthen with that arm. Exhale, reaching it over. And inhale, lifting up and coming to center. Good. 1 more time. Inhale, lengthen with that arm and reaching over as we exhale. And then inhale up and exhale to center. We're going to switch arms now. So we're going to bring that right hand to the mat, pulling that arm a little bit close to the body, palm just in front of the hips. Lift that left arm up to the ceiling, and we're now reaching the torso over now to the right side, and then coming back up to center. So inhale, lengthen from the base of the spine and reach all the way over to the right side, and keep lengthening as we come up. So it's more about the lengthening than the bending. Again, reaching over to the right side and coming up. Fantastic. Let's do it one more time, and reaching over to the right side and lifting up, and slowly bringing the arms down. Now we're going to uncross those legs, and we're just going to sit with the spine as nice and as straight and tall as we can. I'm going to extend those arms in front of you with the palms facing the mat. You're going to roll the shoulders back and down, lift up to the top of the head. Your feet are going to be hip width apart with the knees facing the ceiling. You're going to scoop your tummy in, and as you scoop your tummy in, you're going to start to curve the spine, and then you're going to tuck your tailbone under as we deepen that scoop now, engaging our lower pelvic floor muscles. We're going to drop the chin to the chest. And as you look at your tummies now, forming a beautiful C shape with your spine, we're going to slowly roll down to the mat, one vertebra at a time. Gradually releasing the spine to the mat, notch by notch, releasing shoulders and head. Leave the arms facing straight up to the ceiling. Make sure they're still shoulder width apart. And from here now we're going to engage our upper abs. So we're going to lift our head and our shoulders off the mat. We're going to slide the ribcage to the hips. We're going to squeeze the tummy in and roll back up, using that C curve. Coming back to that C curve shape that we were in before. So we're not coming back up to that straight seated position. We're just here. Shoulders are either directly above your hips or slightly behind your hips. That spine is curved. Your tailbone is tucked under. We're pulling the tummy in again, and gradually, notch by notch, vertebrae by vertebrae, releasing shoulders and head to the mat, arms end up. Again, using these upper abdominals to lift the head and the shoulders up, then slide the ribcage to the hips, scooping the tummy in, rolling up, and then rolling back down. Notice the muscles that you have to engage to do this exercise. It might look simple, but if you're really focusing on your core, on your powerhouse, you'll find that it's a wonderful warm-up prep to prepare us for the rest of the flow. Rolling up. Take the time, make sure you're really articulating through that spine. Rolling back down. Now I want you to stay here. We're going to extend the legs completely now. So the legs are going to be fully extended. We're going to really stretch through those toes, stretching through those ankles as we point the feet. And we're going to bring the arms just a little bit behind us. Not too much, because we want to keep that rib cage down. And we're going to come into our full roll up now. So we're going to inhale, lift the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, peel head and shoulder blades off, squeeze that tummy in, and reach the torso up and bring the torso over the legs, dropping the head between the arms. Now remember, we're not trying to touch our feet. We're really extending through those arms, keeping them at the level of the shoulders. So don't try to drop the hands down to the legs. Keep the shoulders back. You're going to flex those feet now. You're going to scoop that tummy in. Imagine that there's a string attached to your belly button that's being pulled through the torso, reaching behind you. That string is going to pull some more to bring your torso back and down to the floor, one vertebrae at a time. Breathe in and out. Use your lower pelvic floor muscles as well when you're rolling back down. And then reach the arms behind the head. Let's go again. So inhale, lift the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, lift head and shoulder blades up, rolling up. Squeeze the tummy in. Lengthen those legs forward if you need to bring the torso over the legs, dropping the head between the arms, stretching those arms forward. Then scoop that tummy in. Tuck your tailbone under. Keep the shoulders down. Keep squeezing those lower pelvic floor muscles as we gradually release them down to the mat, notch by notch. Bring the arms slightly behind your head. Again, 2 more times. Arms up to the ceiling, rolling up. Making sure you're using your breath. So remember to breathe in and out as you move through the exercises. And then pulling the tummy in, rolling back down, one vertebra at a time. Fantastic. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lift head and shoulder blades up. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, move the torso over the legs. Drop the head between the arms. I want you to keep your torso here. We're going to do an exercise called rowing. So keeping the arms nice and long, you're going to pull back in those abs and pull your torso back. You're coming back into your C curve until the shoulders are somewhat behind your hips. Keep the legs nice and active. We're going to bring the torso up and over the legs again, preferably exhaling, still scooping that tummy in. So you're going to inhale, pull back in that torso. Exhale with the torso up and over the legs. So it's happening in a row-like motion. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, you're rowing forward. Inhale, all while keeping that tummy scooped. Exhale. Keep the legs nice and straight so you can really stretch behind those knees, in those calves and those hamstrings. Maintain the distance of your arms. See if you can also get a stretch along your spine as well. Let's do one more. Rowing forward, rowing back, and let's bring that torso back forward. And let's stay here. I want you to just allow your hands to fall to wherever your hands land on your legs. Just hold that position. It doesn't matter where it is. It could be your ankles, it could be your calves. If it's your toes, your heels, wherever it is, just hold that position along your legs now. Relax your head completely. And this time I want you to focus more on the stretching of the spine. So you're still scooping your tummy in. You're breathing in and out. Think about lengthening your tailbone back, almost like you're trying to stick it backwards. And then you're going to lift your head and lift your chest up. But I want you to keep your shoulders back and down, away from your ears. Scoop that tummy in some more. And then exhale. Bring the head between the arms. And breathe again. Inhaling and exhaling. Don't bounce. Just hold the position and breathe into it until your muscles relax. Again, lifting the head up. Sliding shoulders back. Keeping your tailbone nice and long. Opening your chest. And then releasing your head down between your arms. And then from there, you're going to keep the torso where it is, but lift your hands up as you release your legs. Keep your fingers reaching forward. You're going to scoop the tummy in and you're going to slowly roll up. Imagine that your buttocks are against the wall. We're going to roll up, sit against that wall. So I want you to consciously think of stacking the spine, the vertebrae of the spine, one on top of the other, like building blocks. Scooping that tummy in to come to sit in neutral spine. Now we're going to relax those arms. Let's just press into those palms a little bit. Bring those hips slightly forward. And let's bring the hands to the legs. You're going to roll the shoulders back and down. Let's walk the legs in a little bit closer together. We're going to curve the spine. And we're going to roll all the way down to the floor. Taking your time, releasing the spine notch by notch. Your legs will come up. Relax your shoulders and your head into the floor. And pull the thighs into the chest. Once you're here, slide your shoulders down and your elbows towards your hips. And then we're going to release our lower back to the floor. Because we want to be in our neutral pelvic position. So release the lower back to the floor first. And then you're going to release your pubic bone or your pelvis forward and down through your hips to form your neutral pelvic triangle. Now that we're here, we're going to come into our Pilates tuck position. So we're going to lift the head, lift the shoulder blades off the mat, slide rib cage towards hips. We're going to lift the feet up a little bit so they're in line with our knees. I want you to stretch your left leg out. We're going to take both hands to hold either side of the right leg. So we're going to take our right hand to hold the right ankle, the left hand to hold the left knee. So outer hand always holding ankle, inner hand always holding the knee. Scoop that tummy in, pulling your tummy down away from your thighs, not moving your torso from side to side, using your upper abs to keep your shoulders and your head up off the mat. We're going to inhale, switch legs, and exhale, stretch that right leg out. I really want you to focus on lengthening that leg as well as pulling the tummy in. Then inhale, switch legs, exhale, lengthen the left leg. A little faster now. So inhale, exhale, stretch the right leg. Inhale, exhale, stretch the left leg. Inhale, exhale, stretch. Inhale, exhale, stretch. Inhale, exhale, stretch the right leg. Inhale, exhale, stretch the left leg. Inhale, exhale, stretch right leg. Inhale, exhale, stretch. One more set. And stretch the right leg. And stretch the left leg. Then scoop the tummy in as you pull both thighs to the chest. Relax shoulders and head to the mat. Let's keep the head and the shoulders on the mat. Now we're going to place those arms on the mat, slide the shoulders forward, make sure that tailbone is down again, make sure that pelvis is nice and long. Let's squeeze those thighs together. You're going to pull the tummies in, and we're going to extend the legs out on a diagonal away from the body, and then scoop that tummy in to the spine to pull the thighs back into the chest. Try not to move the torso. Try to keep the lower back and your hips and pelvis stable. So extend as you inhale, exhale as you pull the thighs in. Inhale, extend, nice long movement to those legs, and you're using your abs to pull the thighs into the chest. Extend, as you extend the legs, the tummy down to protect your back, and as you pull the thighs in, the tummy acts like a pulley to pull the thighs in. 2 more, extend the legs and pull them in. 1 more, extend the legs and pull them in. So now when we extend the legs, we're going to lift the legs straight up to the ceiling using those same lower abs, and then we're going to bend those knees where we had them before. So ready? Extend the legs and lift the legs up. Bend the knees. Inhale, extend. Use those abs to lift the legs up. Bend the knees and extend. Inhaling, exhale up. Bend, extend. No. Bend the knees. Last one, extend. No. Bend the knees and relax. We're going to place those feet back on the mat. Slide those feet back out. Open those knees so the knees are hip width apart. Lift those arms up to the ceiling and reach the arms behind the head as we get ready now to roll up to a seated position. So lift the arms up to the ceiling, lift the head and the shoulder blades up, reach your arms up above your knees and pull yourself up to come to a seated position. We're going to do some rolling now. So let's bring those legs a little bit closer together. Once again, they don't have to be flush against each other, just a little bit closer. And we're going to take our hands and hold the backs of our legs. We're going to roll through those shoulders, walk the legs in, scoop that tummy in, tuck the tailbone under. We're going to lift the feet off the floor, and let's just hold this balance position first, ensuring that we're not using our arms to hold the position, but rather we're using our core to hold the position. So you really want to scoop and lift your abdominals into the spine away from your thighs as you breathe here, making it less and less about your arms as you relax those arms. Now drop the chin to the chest as we form a nice beautiful C shape once again with the spine. We're going to maintain this C shape of the spine. We're going to maintain this position of our legs and our arms, and we're going to do some rolling like a ball, where we roll back onto the shoulders and then roll up to come to the balance. Remember to pull the tummy in and to use your lower pelvic floor muscles. So for the ladies, I like to call this the bathroom muscle. For the gents, I like to call this cold water muscle. Make sure you use those lower pelvic floor muscles in this exercise, especially when you come up to your balance. Okay? Ready? We're going to inhale and roll back. Exhale and roll up. Hold the balance. Inhale, use the momentum to roll back and roll up, and then hold that balance by squeezing abs in. Again, rolling back as you inhale, exhale up, hold the balance. 2 more times. Inhale, roll back, exhale up, hold the balance. 1 more time. Inhale, roll back, exhale up, and hold the balance here. Good. So now we're going to do a roll over. We're going to take this rolling exercise and take it completely into a rollover, or we will stay on our shoulders for a bit and stretch our legs behind us. So we're going to place the hands on the mat first. You're going to scoop the tummy in. You're going to roll over onto the shoulders and then stretch the legs behind you. Now you're not trying to touch the floor with your feet. Keep your feet lifted in line with your hips. Make sure your gaze is looking straight up between your legs. You're pulling your tummies in. You're going to flex those feet and then trying to maintain this distance between your head and your legs. You're going to roll back up and come up to the balance. And you can either choose to release those arms when you come up or to hold the legs when you come up before we do it again. Alright, so let's place those arms on the mat. Keep the elbows nice and long. We're going to roll over onto the shoulders, stretching the legs behind us. Now, if you find this a little difficult, you need to give yourself some assistance. Bend your elbows and press your hands into your lower back to keep your hips up. Okay? Pull the tummies in, flex the feet, and let's roll up to the balance. Scoop that tummy in, engage your lower pelvic floor muscles. Place your hands on the mat, drop the chin to the chest. Look at your tummies as you scoop the tummy in to roll back. Coming onto your shoulders. Make sure to keep the head centered. Flex your feet. Now scoop the tummy in and roll back up to the balance. Hold the balance here. Let's repeat. Hands on the mat. Scoop the tummy in to roll back. Rolling onto your shoulders. Stretch your legs behind you. Looking at your thighs. Flex your feet. Scoop the tummy in and roll back up to your balance. Last one, and we're going to stay over there. So you're going to scoop the tummy in, rolling back. Hands come to the mat. Now, whether you are doing it before or not, I want you to bend your elbows, pressing your hands into your lower back. From here, we're going to keep the legs together and we're going to lift the legs up to the ceiling. And then we're going to bring the legs forward and down. Try not to move our hips or our lower back. So lift the legs up. Go as high as you can go. It might not be as high as me. It might be higher than me. But just make sure that wherever you are in your practice today, that you're maintaining your alignment. You're using your core. Good. Let's do it one more time. Lift the legs up. Now see if you can leave the legs up here while we roll down. Now you can continue to hold your lower back and slowly guide your spine to the floor. If you're more advanced, you can place your hands on the mat and slowly roll down. We're going to use 5 counts. So rolling down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the spine to the mat. Slide the shoulders down and let's open the legs a little bit so the legs are now about hip width apart. So we're going to come back into our Pilates tuck position. Working those upper abs again. So lift the head, lift the shoulders up, slide the arms forward, and float the arms up beside your hips. I want you to reach your right leg, left leg forward, and take both hands to hold your right leg. Try not to hold behind your knee. You can hold your calf or your thigh, but do not hold behind your knee. Keep the elbows close to the body. Keep your shoulders down. You're going to squeeze the tummy in as you inhale up. Exhale. I want you to pulse that left leg towards your face for 2. Inhale up, exhale, pulse right leg towards you for 2. Inhale, exhale, left leg, 1 and 2. Scooping the tummy in. Inhale, exhale, right leg, 1 and 2. Keep the elbows close to the body. Use your upper abs to keep your head and your shoulders off the mat. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Hold it here. Lift both legs up. Bend your knees, hands on your knees. Relax your head and your shoulders. We're going to place the feet on the mat. Slide those feet forward. We're going to roll up once again. So open those feet just a little bit. Bring the arms behind the head. Inhale, lift the arms up, and exhale, roll up to come up to your seated position. We're going to roll again and go back into that rollover position, but this time we're going to do scissors, that same exercise that we just did in that inverted rollover position. See, building on top of building blocks on top of building blocks. You know what I mean. So let's bring the legs closer together, roll the shoulders back and down, scoot the tummy in, tuck tailbone under. Let's come into the balance first. Establish that balance. Zip up in those lower pelvic floor muscles. Let's place the hands on the mat, drop the chin to the chest and body, and let's roll over onto the shoulders. Stretch the legs behind you. Bend your elbows. Press your palms into your lower back. Now, we're going to lift both legs up to the ceiling as high as you can. Remember, work where you are in your practice today. And we're going to bring the right leg forward and down towards the mat. Not necessarily touching the mats, just moving it down towards the mat. And then we're going to switch legs. Bringing the left leg down, right leg is up to the ceiling. And switch legs, scooping the tummy in. Right leg down, left leg up, and switch legs. left leg down, right leg up. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. Scoop that tummy in. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. Now we're going to do a bicycle. So you're going to switch legs. So your left leg is up, your right leg is down. You're going to bend your right knee. You're going to reach that right leg back with the knee bent as you lower your left leg towards your face. And then you're going to extend that right leg to the ceiling as you bend your left knee, reaching that leg back. And then extend that left leg as you bend the right knee. So it's reverse bicycle. While keeping the torso stable. Take your time. And I guess once you've gotten the hang of what the movement is, you can probably do it a little bit faster. Remember, the aim is to keep the torso stable. So don't forget to scoop in that belly. You're using your strong center, your engaged center, to control the rest of the body while you're circling, or cycling rather, the legs. About one more set. That means one on each side. And then we're going to lift both legs up to the ceiling, nice and straight. Once again, you can either have your hands guide the legs, or you can bring your hands to the mat and slowly take 5 counts. 4 to bring your spine down to the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Bend those knees. We're going to place the hands on top of the knees, slide the shoulders down. You're going to lift the head and the shoulders up, slide the ribcage towards the hips, hold the tummy down to the spine. Make sure you're using your upper abs to lift your head and your shoulders off the mat. You're going to stretch your arms, stretch your legs out on a diagonal with those legs, arms beside the ears. Then you're going to circle the arms, scoop the tummy in as you pull the thighs into the chest. Return the hands to the knees. Again, let's inhale, stretch your legs out. You can choose how low or how high you want to have them. Stretch your arms beside your ears. Then exhale, circle those arms, nice strong arms, as you pull the thighs into the chest. Still using that pulling action of your lower abs. A little faster now. So inhale, extend, legs and arms. Exhale, circle arms, pull the legs in. Inhale, extend, arms and legs. Exhale, circle arms, pull the legs in. 3 more times. Inhale, extend, arms and legs. Exhale, circle arms, pull the legs in. Inhale, extend, arms and legs. Exhale, circle arms, pull the legs in. Inhale, extend, arms and legs. Exhale, circle. Last one. And extend, arms and legs. Circle arms, pull the legs in. Relax head and shoulders to the mat. Take a deep breath in and out. We're going to roll onto the side of the body. And we're just going to do scissors on the side. So you're going to just lie down on the side of the body. Bring your shoulders, your hips, and your ankles in a straight line. Relax your head on your supporting arm. Let's place the top hand in front of the rib cage, palm gently pressed into the mat. Pull the tummy in, pull the rib cage in. Let's lift both legs up off the floor. And let's flex the feet. I like to do it with the feet flexed. We're going to bring that bottom leg forward. Pull that top leg back. And then let's do the scissors, straight legs as we switch legs. Bringing that bottom leg back, top leg forward. And remember to keep that bottom leg straight as you pull it behind you. And then switch. So both legs stay straight in the scissors. As we alternate the legs. You might find that bottom leg isn't able to go back as far as the top leg, and that's fine. Just keep that leg straight. Keep zipping up in your core to keep your torso nice and stable. And remember, of course, to breathe. 2 more sets. Switch and switch. Last one. Switch and switch. Bring the legs together. Release the legs down. You can just roll onto the other side. We're going to lie down on the side of the body once again. Ankles, hips, shoulders in line. Hand in front of rib cage, shoulders down. Lift both legs up, flex the feet. And let's bring bottom leg forward, top leg back. And switch. And switch. and switch. Remember to keep that bottom leg straight. When you pull it behind you, don't let it bend or soften. And I find that the flex kind of helps you to, the flex feet helps you to keep those legs active. Switch and switch. One more set. Switch and switch. Bring the legs together. Release those legs down to the mat. We're just going to roll onto our backs. I want you to pull both thighs into the chest, scooping that tummy in. We're just going to rock the knees from side to side first a couple times. Then bring the torso center. Place the hands on top of your kneecaps, and we're just going to circle those knees. About 3 times to the right, and then 3 times to the left. Giving your back a massage here on the mat. So really make those circles nice and big. Good. We're just going to roll onto the side of the body. Any side to come to a seated position. We're going to open the legs so the knees are wider than the width of the shoulders. The knees are bent, the knees pointing upwards to the ceiling. The feet are pointing outwards and they're wider than your knees. Let's place the hands along the insides of the legs. Lift up to the spine. Take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to drop the chin to the chest. Slide our hands down or legs towards your feet. Then we're slowly going to slide the legs out. Once the legs are fully extended, flex the feet and take your hands to hold the furthest point along your legs. So similar to before where I said the furthest point, whether that be your ankle, your calves, wherever that is, hold that position along your legs now. Roll the shoulders back, relax the torso completely. Keep scooping in the tummy, breathing in and out as you slide the shoulders back and down away from your ears. We're going to bring the torso and the arms over to hold the right leg. Try not to have one shoulder higher than the other. You want to have both shoulders on the same level. So what's going to happen is you're going to pull your tummy in, twist at the waist so that your torso is nice and flat over that leg. Make sure this butt cheek stays down too. Don't lift it up. Butt cheek cemented to the floor. Think about lengthening that torso over that leg. Think about bringing your forehead towards your feet. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Same thing, scoop that tummy in, twist at the waist so that your shoulders can be level. Forehead towards your feet. Breathe here. And then we're going to bring that torso once again to the center. Lower the head again, see if you can go down a little bit further. Good. Now slide your hands along the legs, scoop that tummy in. You're going to roll up gradually, notch by notch to come up to a seated position. Let's bend those knees, cross the ankles, rest the hands on the knees, lifting up from the base of the spine. You're going to breathe in and roll the shoulders back and down. Breathe out as you relax those shoulders and those elbows. You're going to turn your head to the right, bring the head to center, turn your head to the left. Bring the head to center, look up to the ceiling, and then look down towards the mat. Head comes back to center, and let's breathe in and out one last time. And that's all for today's Mat Pilates Flow. Thank you so very much for joining me. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell so you know every time I upload a Pilates video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me to know what kind of content you like and what kind of content to give you in the future. And most importantly, comment. Let me know what kind of exercises you would like us to explore here on my channel. Remember to share this video with everyone you know, all your family and friends. Bring them all into the Pilates world. I welcome them all and I can't wait to share it with them. And until next time that I see you here on the mat, I am Keita-Marie. Take care.